I'm Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV. This is Brief 244. Someone reminded me in email today that I forgot to plug in my dishwashed Apple keyboard. It's funny, I had it sitting right here in front of me when I got home, but something about travel just sort of rearranges my brain. So let's give it a go. I'm going to plug it in right back here and hope I don't trip on my mic wire. All right, that's plugged in. I'm going to open gbtvsearch.com and Google. Oh, well, something's happening. Hold on. There we go. Jeff Smith. All right, success. Jeff Smith is Googled. Doug Morris, the head of Universal Music, doesn't like Steve Jobs very much, and he's evidently up at night trying to scheme up a way to kill iTunes. His latest idea is to give away music for free to people who buy devices other than iPods. He hopes to join forces with Microsoft, Sony, and mobile phone companies. The player makers would pay the record companies for the right to make the free music available to their customers. This move sounds a little desperate, and I'm really curious about what you guys think. Would you trade your iPod for a Zune in exchange for free music? Doesn't this scheme increase the status symbolism of an iPod? Beyond that, major artists seem to be losing confidence in the establishment. Prince gave away his latest album. Radiohead is selling its record with kind of an honor system where people can choose what to pay. Other major artists are beginning to sell music directly to fans, and Madonna is signing a $120 million deal with concert promotion firm Live Nation. Engadget's reporting the possibility of a red iPhone sometime soon. They were given an AT&T inventory sheet that includes deep red iPhones in 4 gigabytes and 8 gigabytes. Since Apple isn't selling 4 gigabyte phones anymore, there's room for skepticism. One of my favorite iPhone accessories is the PED 2, which was really never meant to be an iPhone accessory. Mike at ThoughtOut.biz has rethought and redesigned that stand with the iPhone in mind. The PED 3 grips your player on all sides and rotates 360 degrees. The openness of the new grips provides access to the headphone jack and the built-in speaker. It's been many, many moons since I've been in Second Life. I enjoyed using Second Life for virtual meetups, but then Ustream.tv came along and it provides a much more fun experience for me because, you know what, I don't have to type. However, Keio University created a brain-computer interface that makes it possible for you to move around in Second Life simply by thinking. Interesting. Just before shooting this episode, we went to a showing of We Own the Night. I was a little nervous about being sponsored by a movie before getting to see it. I had nothing to fear. This movie is fantastic. It's the first crime and cop drama I've seen in a long time that is entirely unpredictable. The movie opened today in U.S. theaters, and you can find out more about the movie at weownthenightmovie.com. Here's the trailer.
I used to tell my kids, work first, play later. My son Joseph really took that to heart.
He's taking down the city's biggest crime family.
This is the police!
But he never imagined he'd come face to face.
Of all the places, you gotta come to my place.
With his own brother.
I'm done with you! Get down!
Joaquin Phoenix, Mark Wahlberg, Eva Mendes, and Robert Duvall in the most electrifying thriller of the year. We Own the Night, rated R.
I'm Callie Lewis, and I'm off to the Grand Canyon. Finally!